Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fisayo, and today I'm taking you basics of loops and for loops. Yeah, so we just use replics to start the course the main class. So basically, what exactly is a loop? A loop is a line of code that fits a line of statements multiple times. So basically, the difference between just one loop and a for loop is that a for loop can actually repeat several lines of statements multiple times, several lines of code multiple times. So basically, for those who don't have any idea what a loop is, a loop always works like with a list. So based on today's class, we can just create a list called fruits. Then a list is also always recognized with a square bracket. So basically, whatever is inside the list is recognized with a square bracket. So what kind of fruits we have? Mango. It's, you we have apple, and we have cherry. You can see that it has printed a list known as mango, apple, and cherry. So for a for loop, let me just put a comment on this so it's not working. Yeah. So for a for loop now, so this is how a for loop. So if I say for fruit in fruit, basically this column is actually needed for our indentation purposes when we will be printing out whatever we want this loop to work in fruits. So basically I like to use the singular version of whatever variable I've used just for identification purposes because it's actually best. You can actually use anything, maybe A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, whatever, but it's just best to use the singular version of whatever you're using because it helps to understand better. So if I say for fruits and fruits, drinks, fruits. So basically what this line of code will do, let me just run it for you so you can see. You can see it printed them one after the other. That is the loop. This print function is inside this for loop. You can see my cursor. Then this fruit then goes into the variable fruit, checks and sees that okay, there is a mango, prints it out, goes back, checks that there is an apple, goes back and prints cherry. And that's why you're seeing mango, apple, cherry. So I can actually make it like I can say print fruits too. If I add this print fruits inside this for loop, you see what it will print out now. So we can see that the for loop works like it comes to this print fruit here, it checks for fruits in fruits, and then it brings out mango, then comes to the second line of statement, prints it mango, apple, cherry, then comes back again. So the for loop actually like repeats it as many with as many items as you have. So if I add another item in this list, let's say purple, purple, and we run it, you see that now it has like done the for loop 4 times because there are 4 items in this variable of fruits in this list. So basically that is how the for loop will be working. It will run the line of statement as long as number of items as many items are in the list. Most times if you want to end the for loop, you can just either end it with your ending your indentation here so you don't put it inside this for loop because once it is indented it's the python automatically recognizes that this is a block of statement for this for loop and it keeps working and working. So as you do so for this now I can just end it here and say okay print fruit and then it prints just one and you can see it prints 1, 2, 3, 4, then comes back to this and prints fruit because this line of statement is not inside this for loop. So I can actually add something else and say print fruit print fruit plus. This is using the plus sign is just like concatenating the strings because these are strings, they are not integers. So plus pi. So basically, if I will run this, you can see, because there is no space, I can just put space and run it so you can see. So basically, he went in, printed the mango, then came to the line, second line of thing, then printed fruit plus pie. So as long as there are four items in this potato, go on and run for like four times and print every line of statements singularly. So we're using this for loop to like get the average height of some of my friends currently. There are a lot of ways we can actually solve that problem. So let me just comment this will to be off and it will not run. The hashtag is used to like make a line of comments just to for identification purposes, just to reference purposes. Yeah. So now I come down and say, okay, let me just think okay, yeah. So basically, this is like the student height examples we want to use. For those who don't know what the input function is, the input functions allow a user to input whatever values they will be inputting. The display functions allow it to work as a list. It enters as a list, like it prints out as a list. For those of you who don't know that, I just told you earlier that loops actually work with a list. So basically, if I run this now, you could see input the height of your friends. So if I put 165, 175, 210, 210, um, so then, oh, sorry, I have to print friend height. That's why the line of code was not coming out. So print friend height. So Control C. I stop this and rerun it now. Then I input my height 165, 175, 210. And see it inputted it as a list in a square bracket. So basically, this is a list and this is what we were working with. So if this split was not there, let me cancel it so you can see, and I ran this code and I inputted my values like 165, 175, 210, and I entered it. You can see it's telling me that object does not support item assignments. So basically, just because I've done this for in range 0 to length of friend height, then changed it to integer, blah blah blah. That is why it's coming, and if I remove this and say push, and then we run this and say 165, 175, 210, and I click enter. I think I've cancelled the print statement. So supposed to just remove this. So now we run this 165, 175, 210, and see it just printed it as a string. So it is not recognizing it as an integer. So that is why this line of code was here to make it recognize it as an integer. Then we added the dot split statement because it works with a list. So when we run this and we input it, we get the values we need. So basically, we can just comment this so it doesn't work. So basically, there are two ways to do this. There's the easy way, and there's actually the way we can use the for loop. So the easy way is because in Python, it has some packages that have been installed. So we can use the sum and the length function. Just like you've seen here, I've done the range is 0 to the length of friends height. This length function calculates the total number of friends height. Sorry, friends, between friends. So this length function calculates the number of friends we have, like 1, 2, 3. So For example, let's say print length of friend height. So you see what this line of code we do right now. Now, if I stop this and rerun it, now when I input my code, you see 165, 175, 210. What this thing does is it calculates the total number of items as 1, 2, and 3, and then brings out the original value. So, and you know, basically, for to calculate the average of something is usually the addition of all the values or all the items all over the length of the items you are calculating. So basically, you could just also do like print, use the sum function to add our values and then print that. And then we can just input these things. I just want to calculate some so before I start using the variables. So if I run this and I use the same line of code 165, 170. Okay, let me just do something easy so we can actually see. 2, 2, 2. So there are three items, 2, 2, 2, that's 3, and 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. So that's the sum. So basically, I can use this as a variable and say um, number of friends, number of friends is equal to this, and total height of friends, height of friends is equal to this. So what we just done is we've inputted this function inside this variable, and so we can also say our average height is now this over this. So average height is now equals to total height of friends divided by number of friends. Then we can say print. So this is actually the easy way out to calculate this function using just the Python packages that have been installed already. So print average height. So if I run this now, you see what it will give me. Let's use um 2, 2, 2 so that you people will be able to follow easily. So if I press enter, it shows 2.0 and it's showing decimal or floating point because I haven't rounded this figure. So I could have just put round here, round here. So and basically it's not showing each of these because I didn't put the print function. So if I put the print function, can singularly just let me just add it now. Print number of friends. So here too, just so that you can see it easily, print total item friends. You can just copy. What this is doing is it will print number of friends, print the total of them, then divide it as the average, then print out the average height. So I can actually say just to make it easily readable, average height is then average height. Yeah. So now that this will not show a floating point because I've added the round button. So if I rerun these things now and I use the 2, 2, 2, just to test it out. So you can see showing me the length of this is 3, the total sum of it is 6, then the average height is 6 divided by 3, which is 2. So it's showing the average height is 2. So basically this is just the easy way out to calculate this function. But because we want to use this for loop, because we want to take note of this for loop, we are actually learning this for loop today. We will not be using this short code, this length and sum to calculate it, even if that is actually a very easy way to do it. So I'll just be commenting this out. Yeah. So the other way we can use the loop button is to say total height of friends. You can just copy it here. Is equal to 0. Now we can use our for loop. So we know that the actual variable is friend height. Let's just go this screen now. So using the for loop, we can say for height in, then we can go up just to copy, so to avoid typing. Let's just see for height in friend height in that column. So let's say total height of friends, is equal to total height of friends plus height. So basically, this is actually how it should work. Sorry, plus height. There's no S, that's why I'm saying I'm on the line on there. Okay, spelling is wrong, sorry. Height. Yeah, so got it. So basically, this is how it works. So if I run this and say print print topic of friends. You can see input start of s 2.6. So this probably is just showing us that we can use the for loop just the same way we are using the length function. So this for loop now, this program has just showed us that we calculated the sum. And so when I run this, you can see it brought out 6. So this shows that we can also use the for loop to calculate the sum of g as the sum of a function. So this is actually working as the sum. So we can actually do it the same thing for the length function too, and say number of friends was 0, then for number of friends in number of friends. So we put our column, so it can call whatever you want to put in this line of block of statements. You can say number of friends is equal to number of friends plus friends. So basically what this for loop is doing is calling out these friends, then looking for the total item or total number of friends in this number of friends, then it adds it to this 0, then comes back again to, let me just use the print function, print number of friends. So running this, we see that let's just use our values currently. That's 165, 175 to 10. 165, 165, 175 to 10. So you can see showing us the total sum is 550. So it's not calling this function yet. Um, integer object is not actually no. It's telling me it's not an integer yet. Friend it's okay for friends in, so supposed to use friend sorry for the, of friends in friends number of friends is equal to number of friends plus friends. So let me rerun this now. Sorry for the 165, 175 to 10. And now we can see showing us some function together, showing us 550, 550. But this is not what we want to get. We want to actually get the length and the sum. So basically, in this line of code, we will not be using friends, we'll just be using plus one. So if I run this now, it will show me the length function. So let's use 165 to 10 so that you see 175. So you can see this one shows the sum, this one above here shows the sum function, this one above here shows the length function. And there's actually a shortcut to writing this number of friends plus one, number of friends plus height. You can just remove this plus height and just say plus equals to height. So let's rerun this and see what it will give us. So 210, 165, 175. And see, still brought out 550. And so it's just the same thing. You can say number of friends plus equals to 1. We are going to still do the same thing. So let's use 165, 175, 210, 553. So this is just a shortcut for, instead of typing number of friends plus number of friends plus friends blah blah blah, you just use the plus equals 1, plus equals your sub variable. So moving on, we can see that we've gotten our sum and length using the for loop. Then we can actually then bring back this print variable by saying average height, this one here, Control C. You can actually say average height is equal to round, what did I use here? Total height of friends. Yeah, see, correct. Then number of friends. Yeah, okay. Then we can say print f average height is average height. So once I will run this, so let's input our friends average height. So 165, 175, 210, and say it's showing us some average and average height 23. So if I don't want this to show one after the other, I can just comment this here, and yeah, so it's just going to show me the average height alone. So we're running this 165, 210, 175, 10. Average height is 183. And if you actually use a calculator to calculate this now, you actually see that the average height is actually 83. So basically, this is all about the for loops, using it to replace the sum and length functions in case you don't want to use them. So this is just trying to make us practice our for loop functions and how to learn how to use them more often. This is all we need to learn about the for loops for now. I'll be teaching you more about the for loops later on in future. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this. You learned how to use the for loop to calculate height or to substitute it for using the length function, and the sum function, and also to use the range function, and then rounding up numbers to avoid floating key points. That is why we use the round here. For those of you who have not done random integers or random theories, I could still take you on that. So basically, let's call it a day. My name is Fisayo. Hope to see you in my next lesson. Peace out.